Hey family, how you guys doing today? I hope you're having a sexy Saturday, okay? Welcome to the portal of alignment. Thank you for all of your likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you are a returner, you know I felt with you the long way, okay? Today we're gonna talk about authenticity and being yourself, okay? And I feel like this is an important subject because the only way you can truly attract true love, the only way you can truly attract true authentic people in your life, the only way you can truly be you is to be you authentically, even in your mistakes. Sometimes we allow ourselves to be swayed and convinced by other people's opinions, other people's trauma, other people's way of life. And it's nothing wrong with you listening to somebody who you feel like is guiding you in the right direction, as long as you're spirit, but you can't allow them to be the guide. You are your own guide. You do what you want to do. Okay? It's time for you to move forward in being you. I could be speaking to somebody who has some type of social media platform where you got a lot of people, or you're about to walk in this season of a lot of eyes on you, a lot of people's opinions in your comment sections, or even energetically. It's important for you to be grounded in who you are, so that way you know, and you don't allow other people's projections to dictate who you are, change who you are, easily sway you away from who you were called to be. Okay, I'm getting a lot of phone calls. I'm seeing a lot of emails. Something is coming in fast. Okay, and it's important for you to stay grounded in the reason why you're doing it in the first place. Even if you don't do social media, whoever I'm speaking to, you could definitely be a popular, I just heard popular loner, but with this Queen of Wands out here next to this Emperor, you are somebody that's very popular. Okay? Magical. I'm hearing incense. Okay, you could have a black cat, or I'm getting like an orange cat, if this is something that you want. Candle magic could be very significant. Okay, but this girl is in her own world doing her own thing, and she's engulfed and happy with her magic, her fire, her passion. I just want to say that I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for showing up for yourself, especially when you click this video, okay? Because I try to do these videos to help guide you, not be your guide. All right, I'm just telling you things that you already know, reawakening you to who you are. Be authentic. I'm gonna try not to make this video that long because I just don't want it to be that long. All right, be authentically you. When we are moving in the world and we worry, or we allow other people's perspective of life to determine how we should move, it only attracts that type of energy. When you're authentically you, you attract authentic people. Also, I'm being called to say, don't be afraid to make mistakes in front of people, because ain't nobody around here that don't, what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be careful with my words. Okay? Because I don't necessarily want to offend nobody, but I understand that my energy is triggering anyways, and I'm okay with that. I've embraced that. Because you being triggered is not my problem. Okay? It's not. Why I say that and why it sounds so harsh, it's the truth. It is, because you have to sit with those triggers. You got to sit with what's making you mad. Imagine somebody coming around you who don't love themselves but got an opinion about what you're doing, and then you consume that and you take that for truth. You got to be strong. You got to know when to say no. You got to know when to put your foot down. You got to know when something it's being said to you from an authentic place or if it's being said to you from a judgmental place. When nobody ain't got no right to judge you because they ain't around here perfect, you know, or what we've adopted to be perfection. You're already that. What makes you perfect is the fact that you think you are. Not saying that your shit don't stink, not saying you just can't do no wrong, but saying that you embracing every obstacle, every challenge, every good thing, every moment for what it is. What moved me to do a video about authenticity is a couple of comments that I seen in the comment section about a title that I made, and I basically didn't use the right word or the right term or whatever. And at first I was gonna change it because it was an honest mistake, but I said to myself, nah, I'm gonna leave it just the way it is because I want to show up and show people that you don't have to be politically right in order to get a message conveyed. You don't have to be politically right or what somebody else think is right or wrong, because in reality I understand that English is a spell. I understand that English, the language that we speak, the way we write it out, it's all designed us to, it was originally designed to be another avenue to take you away from authenticity, to take you away from who you really are. But if I said there, and there, no matter how it was spelled, it still sound the same. It's still giving off the same vibration. You see what I'm saying? God, the spirit guides, animals, trees, nature is not... I'm trying to find the right words. Fuck that. Don't let nobody else opinion of the world or perspective of the world to dictate how you should move. Okay? Everything happens on purpose, even if it seems like it didn't. There's also been plenty of videos where I purposely didn't spell it right to shorten the word. But that, I will admit, was an honest mistake. And guess what? It didn't stop YouTube from pushing the video. It didn't stop people from clicking the video. And it did not stop the message that I conveyed. In fact, that video blew up in the mistake I made. But you know why? It's because of my perspective. Mine. Right? I don't think I made a mistake. I think I did exactly what I was supposed to do, even if it was unconscious. Why? Because even that is creating an avenue for me to transmute the energy and come on here and teach you guys that it's okay to be yourself and it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we become who we are. To her or to whoever's seen it, it may have been a mistake, but to me, it sound the same, look the same, and it didn't change the message. Somebody is going to be suddenly wealthy, and it's because they're already exuding that wealth within them. Exude wealth within you. Who cares? Who cares? It ain't stopping nobody from being a boss. It ain't stopping you from being happy. It's not stopping you. It should not stop you from being authentic. Whoever I'm speaking to, you have the energy. You carry an energy that trigger a lot of people. So a lot of people are going to be watching you and projecting on you to see where you make a mistake or try to tell you where you went wrong. But it's because they're not secure within their own self. They nitpick and judge themselves so harshly that they come to your energy and come where you at and do the same because they can't help but to be themselves. So how about you be yourself? Authenticity. What the fuck? Authentically be yourself. Who cares? Who cares? Sometimes things like that happen to trigger you. But when you are experiencing certain things, or you hearing what other people are saying, or you adopt the opinion of somebody else, You the one who got to carry that energy. You the one who got to carry that judgment. You the one who got to carry that hurt. If you choose, don't choose it. Embrace your mistakes. That's the only way you're going to truly love yourself. Laugh at it. Be a child. Children don't give a fuck. I just saw a video where they had put 2 snakes around some toddlers, and these kids were not afraid. It taught me that fear is taught. Everything we know was taught to us by somebody else's experience. But the beauty about you becoming who you are is to create your own experience. Even when I have children, because I don't have any, I'm going to teach my kids based off my perspective of life. Now, when they grow up, I'm not going to judge them for changing who they, because they got their own journey. You on your own journey of growth. You're on your own journey of life. So just be you. That's really what I came on here to say. Just be you. Even in your mistakes. Because they're always a setback for a setup. And the way I see things, especially with wordplay, it's gonna always be different from what I was taught, because I think deep. I almost said way too deep, but even that is based off of somebody else's judgment. For somebody here, somebody has been telling you, or people have told you all your life, you think too deep, or you doing too much, or whatever. So fucking what? You was thinking too deep for them. They didn't have the capacity to go within themselves or go deep enough to try to even figure out or understand who you are. Who you are is going to trigger a lot of people. So they're going to look at you and try to nitpick and look for mistakes that you made. But as long as you allow people to point things out to you, and it affects your emotions on a level where you feel bad, or you feel judged, or you feel like you didn't do something right, you are the one that got to carry that. You just basically took on a load that wasn't even yours, because that person don't love themselves. And it's funny because she said, ma'am, I don't want to nitpick, but that's exactly what you did. Went and tried to pick something. At first I'm like, maybe, you know what I'm saying, this person just saying that because of whatever. But at first, I didn't really even think too deep into it, but it just kept on like coming up in my psyche. So I feel like Spirit wanted me to talk about this, because I don't really care what people put in the comments. If I really cared, I would turn them off. It's so easy to turn them off. I put myself out on the internet, and I'm open to the fact that people are gonna judge based. They gonna judge. It is what it is. You know how many people judge me for just doing what I'm doing because they call it evil and witchcraft? If I was worried about their opinion, I wouldn't be here. And that's the message. That's what I'm trying to get whoever I'm speaking to understand. Be you, even in your mistakes. Because sometimes mistakes, it's like perfection. It's in the eye. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What you think is beautiful may not be beautiful to somebody else. Who you think is beautiful may not be beautiful to other people, but it's all based off their perspective. They got to go home with that perspective. They got to live with that. Stop taking on other people's energy and making it your own when it's not you. Be you. Love yours. Through everything, through every trial, through every tribulation. Because guess who's not judging you? God is not judging you. Your spirit team ain't judging you for those mistakes. And every time I say mistake, I'm met with resistance, because I personally don't feel like it was a mistake. I feel like it was a setup for a come up. But guess what? That's because that's how I feel. That's my perspective. If you start, I'm speaking to an empath. You could be somebody that can feel the emotions of a lot of people. And there's a need for you to start cleansing yourself. Not only with outside things like sage and making your own Florida water, but with your breath, with your tongue. Speak protection over you. It's not always about the outside and what somebody else thinks. This is your world, your reality. I create these videos for me, and I create these videos for people who authentically want to hear what I got to say. Y'all open to judge, but I'm not taking that judgment home with me. I'm not. For what? Because I'm the one got to carry that. I don't think God created. I wasn't designed to carry the world on my back. And I don't think you were either. Be you, bro. Be you. Love you. And if people are triggered by it, good. Good. It's not your problem. No, seriously. Think about that. Why is it your problem that you being you or you making a mistake? I ain't even gonna say make a mistake. You being you triggers somebody else. Why? When you rest in your own spirit, you rest in your own love for yourself, you rest within yourself, no outside circumstances should be able to change that. Because what matters is what you think about yourself. Why? Because your cells have to listen to what you think about yourself. Your body, your brain, who you are, your spirit. And what you think, what you say, what you vibrate on is you. So why worry about it? Seriously. For somebody here, you're a very kind person, and a lot of people has taken your kindness for weakness. They feel like it's a avenue or a way to get over on you. It is what they did. Somebody here, you've been taken advantage of a lot in different relationships because you didn't have the ability to speak up for yourself, or you didn't have the ability at the time to allow their opinions to be just that. People will only project to you who they are. And I'm not over here trying to be something that I already am. I'm not trying to be a perfectionist because I'm already perfect in my own light, in my own way. Nothing I do is a mistake because everything I do made me who I am. So let me be the example. Because what you're doing might be a mistake in somebody else's eyes. But it only matters what you think when it comes to your world and your reality. I'm not saying be rude. I'm just saying be authentic. That's it. Okay? And I said that with love. You know what I'm saying? For somebody here, I'm being led to say, it's time for you to find your balance. It's time for you to start saying no. It's time for you to start speaking up for yourself. And it's time for you to start being you. So that way you can attract who you are. Reflections of who you are. People gonna be themselves. Even when they pretending to be somebody else, they self gonna slip out the cracks. And that applies to all of us. Okay? For somebody here, you could be going through some type of system. Something with the court system. Something about a lawsuit. Okay, this could be in regards to a car accident. I know I brought that up earlier this week. But there is something here with a lawyer. You and a lawyer working together to bring some sort of balance. Okay, I'm also saying someone being pulled over by the police. Something about police brutality as well. Okay, but this King of Swords is looking outside of this Three of Pentacles where these people are working together, minding their own business, doing their own thing, building, teamwork. Okay, this could be someone observing you and they don't see the team around you. Okay, that could be very significant, but whoever you are, you're very magical. You have this very strong dominant energy. You could even be a woman that exudes a lot of masculine energy. Okay, because we got 4 masculine energies. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 feminine energies. So something about a balance is bringing me back to this yin and yang with this black and white horse. Okay, be your own balance. Stay true to you, because you got to go to sleep with how you feel. You got to move the next day with how you feel. Imagine allowing somebody else's opinion to fester in your mind. You hear that? That's confirmation. All day. You tricking yourself. You tricking yourself out of your bag because that's their opinion. All right? Transmute that energy. Someone here, you're very wise. very wise. And day by day, you can only get wiser, because experience is what makes you wise. Allow yourself to experience. Allow yourself to feel it out. If something triggers you, ask yourself why. And I'm not saying be hyperfixed on correcting it. But what's really correction? What's really truth? What's really false? What's really all of this? Imagine all of this shit being made up. And we've molded in the makeup. In authenticity. Imagine me still being the same person that my parents molded me into being. And myself not breaking free. I wouldn't be here, bro. I'm telling you. If it's up to my grandma, I'll be in church every Sunday. Not cussing. Still living in Florida. In a hometown that ain't nothing going on. Like, imagine me worried about the opinion of a boss at a job that I don't give a fuck about anyways. Especially when you dealing with people who allow their authority and their power to come from a title that they feel like they work for, or that they was given, or they don't fuck their way to the top to get. That's another thing. Somebody here, you probably have a problem with comparing yourself to other people. And Spirit is saying that's a no-no. Because you and that person were authentically made by God to be authentically you. You can't try to be somebody else. You don't know what somebody went through. You don't know what a person went through. You just don't know. And I'm going to end this video with just saying, be you, baby. Be you. Can't nobody do it better than you. Can't nobody be you better than you. Just be you. Be authentically you. And make sure the judgment is coming from you, but not from a place of harsh judgment. If you feel like you want to change something because that's how you feel, then you do it. Be you. That's all I got to say. I love you. I appreciate you for listening to this video. Hopefully it found your spirit well. I wouldn't be surprised if it triggered a few people. But I don't care, because it's not my business. You know, you got to work through those triggers. And I'm just being an example of how you should move. I ain't telling you what to do, but I'm showing you how being you, authentically you, is working for me. You know what I'm saying? That video still got pushed out. Actually, more than most of the videos that I did this week. It ain't stopping that money flow. It ain't stopping people from commenting. It's not stopping people from receiving the message, because that's what's important. What's important is the intention. That's it. Anyways, thank you. If you want to book a personal, and shout out to everybody who booked personals for that little sale that I got going on. If you guys don't know, I have a sale this weekend. I'll be doing $15 mini reads. Yeah, go to my community post, because I'm trying to remember what I put on that post, child. And it was something that I was led to do, like out of the whim. So it is what it is. But I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Love yours. Be yourself authentically, because that's the only way you're able to attract true love, true people, your real family, your soul family. I'm just hearing it's time for you to purify your energy. Everybody else's opinion, throw that shit in the trash and create your own. Don't be created, be the creator. I don't know where that came from, but take it how it resonates. See you guys later.